Alright, so we're back. Another day. We're at it again. Number 6 on the videos for the lot lizzard build. Today, the motor of choice. The Hobbywing Fusion SE, the 1200 kV, 40 amp, brushless motor ESC combo. And we've all seen this one in number 2. A 5-to-1 gear reduction gearbox. Pretty much takes the place of a transmission. Pretty awesome little thing right here. We opened it up, put some grease in it. You can check that out in the Lot Lizzard number 2 build. We're gonna open this guy up, check it out, see what it comes with. Should be pretty self-explanatory, you know. Hobbywing. They wrap this thing up pretty good. If you don't know much about the quick runs, there's the first generation 1800 and 1200 kVs, and then there's the SE. I'm really not too sure what the difference is in this besides the price. This guy right here is only $70, man. 70 bucks. You find it online. You can find it on eBay, Amazon. Of course, you can go to Hobbywing's website itself, check them out. And 70 bucks. I run this in a tow truck. If you see the off-road record that we got on the channel, the yellow one, that's running the Hobbywing Fusion. This same motor, the SE 1200. I think it's an unbelievable motor for the price. So what else does it come with? Obviously, it comes with the motor. Got a zip tie for your wires. Little sticky pad for your power button to stick it somewhere, and then comes with a little extension in case your wire is not long enough, because it's, you know, they give you 4 miles of wire and then another 2.5 miles for an extension, just in case you don't reach your receiver box. Then we get the directions here. Comes in English and Chinese, in case you're in China or on the other side of the pond. You read it in Chinese. Anybody can read that. Let me know. But yeah, it gives you detailed instructions on what to do. So that's cool. That's cool. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this thing together. The motor and the gearbox. And yeah, show you how that all goes. So I'm not entirely sure the orientation of how I'm going to do this, because these wires, I got to have them turned, and I got to go into the frame rail, which I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Again, what we got going on. But first, let's get this thing together. Need a 2.5 millimeter wrench to take these 4 bolts out here, because you got to take the back off. And then once you got the back off, you can attach that to your motor. So I got to grind down. I've already done a couple of these, 3 to be precise, and I've got to grind the shaft on the motor down ever so slightly. It's a little bit long to fit in the back of this gearbox. It bottoms out on the center of the motor, or the center of the gears, and it doesn't turn. So I got to shave down a little bit before we put this thing together, so we'll take care of that too. Some people get nervous when you grind down a motor shaft, but it's not going to hurt it. I mean, look at this thing. There's 9.12 kilometers worth of shaft on the end of this thing. I mean, this itself could reach to China to find somebody to read these instructions. Yeah, let's Let's take care of this real quick. Well, now that we got that ground down where it only reaches Russia, not China no more, and take the pinion gear here. And we just slide the pinion gear on. Keep it loose though. It's a 1.5 millimeter grub screw. Tiny little guy. Tiny little guy. Oh. Make sure we get this loose. Alright. Well, take that burr off the top of that. I left the burr on it. That should slide on there pretty good, no? Oh yeah, there we go. That's good. So now, I'm going to take this and wiggle its way in there. And then you push. Once you got it in. I'm going to tighten that just a tiny little bit. You want it loose, but you don't want it too loose. There's a little bit of tension. So when you push this in here, come on. Alright, there we go. Lined up. Now you just give it a little push. And when you take it out, the gear is where it needs to be. You just push that down just ever so slightly. And then tighten it up. Just make sure you tighten the pinion gears. I got a buddy, he's always cracking on me because it seems like all my pinion gears, I always forget the set screw. Now we'll just put this in here like this. And turn. Top of the motor, see if it spins. I like to put a spins freely, and that's what we want. Alright, so now take this off, set that aside. See the little hole, two holes in here, 1, 2. Just gotta line that up with a couple of these holes here. Find some small screws. Little itty bitty tiny screws. Give me 1 second. Bear with me here, guys. Here's one tiny little screw. And that one might work. So you gotta, it comes with screws, but the screws that they give you are too long and they bottom out in the fusion without tightening up on the adapter plate here. That one worked great. And then we take this guy, put this guy in this side, like so. Then we put that on there, and then we drop in the 4 top screws. Tighten these bad guys up. And once we get these tight, we'll stick the tool in the hole, give it a little spin. Make sure she still spins freely. It does. Now you got a hobby wing fusion with the FOC technology. Torquey little motor hooked to a 5-to-1 gearbox. Now you can pretty much pull anything you want with it. And this is going to be awesome. So let's take you off the stand here. The camera's going to shake a little bit, but here's what we got. Again, show you this. This is how it's going to be. That axle's not connected to nothing yet. That's coming. And then we got 2 more back here. So total, each one of these 4 axles is going to have a hobby wing fusion connected to a 5.5-to-1 gear reduction planetary gearbox. This thing is going to pull. It's going to be massive. It's going to be 4 feet long. We got the battery box built for it. This thing is huge. It goes from here to here. Probably take you about 10 seconds to get that 1/4 mile right there. You know, it's all good. And it's all solid down through. It's all pure metal. Got to clean up those welds, the spot welds all across it, but it's definitely coming along. Got a handful of parts over here. Got a handful of parts over here. It's all going to get thrown in this. But that's the end of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll check you on the next one. Later.